Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3. Anyone in there hear us? Hello, hello. Right now.
It's time for each and every one of us to face a very troubling fact. There exists a significant heroin and opioid epidemic in not only Butler County, but elsewhere across the country. I'm Rich Goldinger, the District Attorney of Butler County. This is my backyard and yours too. Together, we can work to eradicate the high-level drug dealers that supply these drugs to those using them. Heroin and opioid abuse does not discriminate. Users come from all economic backgrounds, are male and female, and may be teenagers or middle-aged adults. With your help and in conjunction with the Butler County Drug Task Force and the Pennsylvania Office of Attorney General, we can target those dealers who bring this poison into our county. Please report any suspicious activity to your local law enforcement agency, the Pennsylvania State Police, or to my office. This is our ballpark. This is our county. This is our backyard. Let's all say, not in my backyard. Please enjoy tonight's Blue Sox game.
Everyone's favorite part of the week is Thursday because that means it's Thirsty Thursday. Come out to Kelly Automotive Park each Thursday to support your favorite hometown team, the Butler Blue Sox, and enjoy our special concession prices, including $1 draft beers and 50-cent pops. Tickets start at just $7 and can be purchased online at butlerbluesox.net and or by phone at 724-256-9994. Let's go Blue Sox!
Where'd this come from? All right, folks, as you just saw, we're back here at Kelly Automotive Park after an interesting start so far. Ball game's supposed to start at 5:30, resuming the game from June 18th. Here we are, the bottom of the 10th inning. Strike call to James Meeker. Count moves to 1-1. Brady Gulikowski just grounded out to short. 1 out in the bottom of the 10th inning. Lots of lineup changes. We'll get to those as we go throughout the broadcast. Pitch missing there. 2-1 now to Gulikowski. Yeah, heck of a rain delay today, Jaron. Heck of a rain delay.
Oh my goodness! It's like basically where we started off. Where we left off, like when West Virginia came into town last time.
Absolutely. Ground out there by Meeker. 2 away now. Yeah, Jaron Steele to my left. I'm Joel Norman, and all sorts of wild start to a couple different rain delays. We're supposed to start at 6 o'clock, weren't we? But that didn't quite work out. The rain came here right around 5:58 or so. But now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 10th.
Yeah, it was originally supposed to start at 5:35, but then, of course, it rained. And then we were like sunny out. We had the field all fixed up, and then wouldn't you know it, it rained again. And now, and we don't even get a chance to talk about how important this game is.
It is. It's a huge one. And of course, Blue Sox in first place now. Swing on a miss by Ferguson. But, yeah, they're looking to try and hold on to this. It's technically they can get a 3-game swing here. Hold on to that spot because, of course, this game, the game right after, and then tomorrow's game.
Well, yeah, it's been a weird day. Miners' bus broke down on the way here.
How about that?
So they got in late. Ooh, big miss here by Ferguson. But, yeah, and then so they get here late. And they get here in time just to start batting practice, and they just start pouring down rain on them. 2-2 strikeout end of the inning. So we are going to play more than a half inning in this one. We're going to go to the
11th inning.
11th inning with the score still tied at 3. But now let's just do a little catch-up.
Yeah, a lot to talk about because game last happened back on June 18th. We got through 9 innings, but the game was tied because way back on that day, you and I were actually on the call for that one, Jaron. Blue Sox tied it up in the bottom of the 9th inning of that one. It was 3-2 West Virginia in the lead at the time. Damian Maglione doubled with 1 out, and then a fielder's choice retired. Ben Carew reached as well, and then a sacrifice fly by Tanner Murphy to right field tied it up, allowed Maglione to score. And, yeah, because of that, they went to extras, played the top of the 10th that day, and then kind of like what happened earlier today, just started pouring.
Yeah, it didn't stop that day. Thankfully, it stopped tonight. But, yeah, this is just and then we were down there working on the field, and then all of a sudden I was play ball, and so I didn't get up here in time. And then,
but we're here now.
But yeah, it's just it's been a mess. So Mark Gross is going to pitch for the Blue Sox in this 11th inning.
Last time these two teams played, McCling and Smith got the start. 6 innings pitch, allowed 3 runs, all earned on 8 hits. Herzing and Parks delivered scoreless appearances. They both 2 innings apiece in them. So, Gross looking to keep this game right where it is. It's just such a unique situation, Jaron, because we were saying right before we got started, when we thought we were going to start, was we've never done anything like this. There's been suspended games before. I've broadcasted those, but I've never done something like this where we're in extra innings. So you can't really limit this at all. It's like you got to wait till someone scores and then go from there.
Well, Yeah, and Blue Sox did have a chance there in the 10th to end it, but we are going to play on. And John Hagan is going to lead off. He homered in June.
It was a month ago and 2 days ago that they last played this game.
Gross takes the ball. He will replace Paven Parks, who is in the rotation now, so they didn't want to throw him today.
Mm-hmm.
Gross also in the rotation, but he took a week off because he needed a week, and so they're going to give him an opportunity to start this game to just kind of fill in because we had 7 and 6, just like it seems like we do every week anymore. 7 games in 6 days. Gross gets a strike across, 2-1 count to Hagan. Then after that, it will be Gonzalez, who came into the game for Schul, who is no longer chopper to third. Gulikowski fields it, throws to first, and forces him off. Ferguson off the back, but he takes the tag for the first out. But Chad Ramsey will bat next. Then Gonzalez bats third. He's coming in to replace Schul, who is no longer on the roster. The only change we had other than Gross was Merkonja come in and played right field.
Heck of a look all around, though. The different lineups. It makes things pretty interesting. But, yeah, you mentioned, Merkonja, the only difference for the Blue Sox.
And Gross. But, yeah, there's
Gross, correct,
ball
yes.
to Ramsey. And then for the Miners, they have their guy that they were going to pitch, Doomser. He come out and pitched. He left off here. That's just kind of weird how that worked out.
Yeah, it is. It's just goofy how it's all come together. Of course, you rarely get situations like this with making up suspended games, but then with the issues today, too, just a unique circumstance, really.
Two-1 to Ramsey up coming from Mark Gross. Here's the pitch. It's a curveball, and that is a good one for a called strike. So
when these teams met back in June 18th and when it went to extras, at the time it was the Blue Sox first extra inning game of the season.
Yeah, they've had a couple since.
Yeah, 0-2 in extra innings so far. So, looking to get that first win, it'd be nice to have that at home.
Crowd's filing in still after the wet weather that they had to experience. Foul ball here, 3-2 count to Ramsey. It's funny, the Miners come to town, and this brings out the weather.
Yeah.
The worst of the weather. At least it didn't flood this time.
Yeah, that's the bright side.
Payoff pitch from Mark Gross. Is swung on and missed for strike 3. 2 away here in the 11th.
Didn't get a chance. We'll give you the numbers on Mark Gross coming into tonight's game. This is his 7th appearance. First time he's not starting a game. As we mentioned, 6 starts previously. Giving up a decent amount of hits over the time. 5.62 ERA over 32 innings pitched. So looking to try and help out that ERA, get a scoreless frame here, and give the Blue Sox a chance to walk off in the bottom of the 11th.
Gonzalez takes the ball. Miners have come a long way. The first week of the season, they were 1-5 when they left here. Ball 2-0, which is just surreal. How they're right 1 game behind us.
They started the season so poorly, and a lot of that was the Blue Sox are beating them up. But, yeah, you're right. They've changed it.
There's a shallow pop-up in the left field. Murphy going in. Meeker going out. He's got it for the final out. Meeker retires Gonzalez, and the Miners are retired in order here in the 11th. So we'll go to the bottom half of the 11th. Blue Sox for the chance to win it. It's 3-3.
About to start a new scorecard if they don't win it here.
Everyone's favorite part of the week is Thursday because that means it's Thirsty Thursday. Come out to Kelly Automotive Park each Thursday to support your favorite hometown team, the Butler Blue Sox, and enjoy our special concession prices, including $1 draft beers and 50-cent pops. Tickets start at just $7 and can be purchased online at butlerbluesox.net and or by phone at 724-256-9994. Let's go Blue Sox.
Number 35, Jamie Switolski.
Jamie Switolski will pinch hit here for Calvin Scott in the 11th. And he'll stay as a DH, I would guess.
Hey, you would think, a little surprising. Scott played last night. Was originally listed.
Switolski hit by the what? He was hit by the pitch, but the umpire says, "What in the world?" He was hit by the pitch.
It looks like he's saying he might have leaned in. I'm not sure. I didn't think he moved at all. He moved his arms up, if anything. Sometimes you see umpires getting upset when they don't make enough of an effort.
What's he supposed to do?
A lot of times it just depends on the umpire, Jaron. You know, I'm a little surprised at that call too, and Switolski's still having a chat, but
yeah, he's like, you got to be kidding me.
It's understandable, absolutely. You get plunked by a pitch, you're gonna be a little upset if you can't go to first, but Blue Sox have to deal with it.
Well, Switolski lines one right to the shortstop Callaway for the first out. That instead of getting a free base because he was hit by a pitch, he instead ends up with a hard lineup. Well, that's befuddling because
that's a first.
It wasn't like he was leaning over the plate. It hit him. He was like standing in the batter's box. It hit him right in the side.
I thought so too. I mean, we did see him, shrug his shoulders a little, but apparently not enough to advance over to first base and end up just being a ball.
Christian Webb takes outside. Following him will be Maglione. A hard line out by Switolski. Only, I think, his second at bat of the year.
I believe you're right.
Switolski needs Webb, he needed a little bit of pine tar there.
Yeah, Switolski now hitless through both of his at-bats.
1-0. Here's a called strike. Doomser from ground ball to short. Callaway is going to retire. Webb for the second out.
When you get a chance to look up the numbers for Doomser, didn't give a chance to give him, last inning with all the hecticness of the start of the game happening so quickly. But 13th appearance for Doomser came in with now he's up to 23 and actually now he's up to 24 innings. I apologize, with both outs this inning. 0.80 ERA coming in. Obviously that's going to go down, but Felipe Rivera-like numbers.
Bouncer into Maglione. Yeah, Doomser goes to Hope International University from La Mirada, California, a freshman at Hope International, which sounds like another one of those fake schools that we were talking like last night. Capital. Ground ball, diving, stopped by Callaway. Throw to first, he got him. Callaway having himself an inning, and in fact, he's retired 4 of the six batters.
Go figure. Go figure on that one. That's a heck of a play. The extension and then recovering to make that throw in time. And, Maglione is running pretty well up the line, but great job by Callaway to get the out there.
Well, we'll go to the 12th, and we got to make a little we got to add to our scorecard here. We're out of room.
Yeah.
We'll go to the 12th regardless. It's still 3-3.
new one.
All right, well, we're on to the 12th here. Callaway, who has been a Hoover vacuum out of shortstop, will lead off this inning. He had a single. By the way, from our stat man, Pat Reddick, our scorekeeper, official rain delay length, 32 days, 2 hours, and 22 minutes.
That's the longest rain delay I can remember.
Yeah. The last rain delay that long, they had to build an ark.
There you go. Yeah, and there was a little bit of change of scenery afterwards.
That's right.
few less inhabitants of the earth.
Well, it is now. Oh, there's a little pop-up, and Ferguson's giving it a look, and he has it, I believe.
He does.
He does for the first out. Longest game I've ever had here. Well, this one beats it already because it's been over a month. But
innings-wise?
Yeah, innings-wise was 16.
16, okay.
Yeah,
we're in the 12th now, so we might get there. We still got some work to do, though.
Well, here's Johnson. He's the 9-man in this order. He takes a strike. We have another 9-inning game following this, no matter how long this takes.
Yeah.
At least the sun's out now.
That's the bright side. You know, it was pretty dark for the last couple hours, I'd say before about 6:30 or so. But nice to have some sunshine this afternoon heading into the early evening.
Swing through by Johnson, 1-2 the count. I got some of that brown.
Yeah, you were down there helping out.
Yeah, behind home plate, the dust on my shoes here.
It's a team
Pat was the man. He was down there with the broom brushing all the water away.
Sure was.
Little excuse me swing. Fielded deep in the hole by Maglione. Throw to first in plenty of time. Good job. Good range from Maglione to get that second out.
Pretty far to his left, and, you know, on a weird swing like that, just making contact, seemed like it might have been a little bit out of his range, but able to make a nice play on that for the second out.
That takes us to DeLeo, the catcher, who replaces Scholl in the order, but replaced Toadies in the grand scheme of things at catcher. But they just swapped spots as far as the order went because of being in the middle of the order. Dan Ward made the last out. He was the four hitter in that game.
Yeah, it's real interesting seeing guys replace her, especially when
a little ground ball to shortstop. Meeker bobbles it, fields it, throws to first. It's going to be late. That'll be an E6, and it will extend the inning.
2-out life there for the Miners as DeLeo reaches. We saw this happen last night. Blue Sox scored a few times with 2 outs. Just getting that runner on with 2, just, extending a pitcher's pitch count, making him work a little extra. It's frustrating. Pitchers think about that runner a little more than when a guy reaches on no outs or 1 out.
Not only does it extend the inning, it extends the inning for the 3 top hitters in the Prospect League.
That's a great point.
You got Mitchell, Norman, and Ward, the next 3 up. Called strike on the outer half to Mitchell. They're at least the top 3 hitters in the East, for sure, average-wise, pitch outside.
Yeah, when we last played West Virginia right here on June 18th, Norman was number 1 in batting average. Now he's 3rd with a .356 average.
And Ward 2nd.
Yeah, so not too bad.
Ground ball. Maglione dives and can't quite keep it in the infield, but he does stop it and holds Mitchell to a single. 2 men on here with 2 outs.
Not only does he hold him to a single, he holds DeLeo up at second, who, as he was rounding the bag, was looking and hesitating a bit. Hard to say whether he should have gone to third on that one. But like you said, great job by Maglione. At least keep that ball in front of him. That was going to be tough to get an out on, but he kept the fire within range there.
Yeah, Mitchell come in hitting .349. Now here's Norman, who is hitting .356. And here's the pitch. Curveball down low. Now ground ball. Stopped by Maglione. Throw to first in time. Maglione was busy that inning. He had to go all the way to his right several times in the inning, and he's able to get the out. And And Strand, 2 runners here.
Are tied at 3.
We'll go to the bottom half of the 12th inning, and it's still tied at 3.
And over it, ladies and gentlemen, it's hot out there. In the bottom of the 12th, number 17, the center fielder.
Bottom of the 12th here, Ben Carew, who celebrated a birthday yesterday, will lead off. Try to get on. It's a potential winning run. It's 3-3 in the bottom of the 12th, and he hits a ball well to left field. Going back and having it go over his head out there is the left fielder Johnson. And Carew is into second with a stand-up double.
There you go, setting the table. Winning runs at second base right now for the Blue Sox.
Yeah, table set for Tanner Murphy, and an opportunity to score a huge win here. And we had the advantage coming in because we got to bat first,
True.
and that's not normal for, being
Home
a home team.
Yeah.
And their best hitters were in the bottom of the order.
Yeah.
So this was an advantage. The deck was stacked our way a little bit. Murphy trying to bunt here, but he just fouled it off.
And Murphy got the best batting average on that team, too, so a little surprised to see him bunting. Comes in hitting .331.
Yeah, he's been one of the best hitters on the team all summer, and I know you're trying to play for one run here, but
Hey, guy's running the 10-game hitting streak, too, Jaron. You know, like, swing the bat.
Well, he's going to watch a curveball. Oh, that looked outside, but it's called a strike. Good. Ugh.
He's in the hole
Now you can't bunt.
No.
Well, you can, but the consequences are far greater.
Yeah, strikeout, of course, if it goes foul, but runner in scoring position, dude. Carew's got great speed. He's probably scoring on a single anyway.
Foul ball out of the stadium. Yeah, if he can get a ball out to left or right field, or even center field.
True.
And, just roll, get it out of the infield, basically.
Oh, yeah, that should be enough.
Carew should be able to score. He's got great speed. The only thing I'd worry about is if it's too shallow, but the outfielders aren't really playing that shallow right now. So you get a single out into shallow left or right field. There's a ground ball to third. That's not going to get the runner over. Throw is low, but picked by Dan Ward. Hagen's throw was close to being a disaster.
That was really close. Sure looked like he might be able to reach with an infield single there on that low throw that you talked about, but just in time to retire Murphy for the first out. And unfortunately, Carew wasn't able to advance either, so that hurts the Blue Sox a little. But still in scoring position, only one out.
Hey, Stefan Mercanju was the hero last night with his 2-run home run. Then he added some insurance for the triple later.
Yeah, the power thread. All of a sudden, both of his home runs this season come in the last 4 days. Another one right here ends the game, obviously. But, yeah, we talked about this, and I had said at the beginning of the broadcast, I said, Mercanju, usually his job is just to get on base. But, lately he's been driving in a lot of runs. And you love to see guys stepping up like that at this point in the season.
Doomser is ready to go. Here's Mercanja at the plate, and the first pitch is high. Gulikowski on deck. He already had one at-bat in this game, or this extended part of the game.
Yeah, it's true. Of course, to start this one off, Marconch, though, hitting .387 with runners on, .389 with runners in scoring position.
Those are good numbers.
Very favorable chancer here, so maybe you're looking for him to be the run producer.
Look over at second, and the pitch. Mercanja watches one miss outside, 2-0.
Boy, look at that big gap on the left side. Now we're seeing a little bit of movement by Callaway towards the hole. He's kind of moving third baseman Hagan back a little bit. Hagan's playing pretty tight on the line there. Decent gap on that side. Right side, too, because second baseman watching the bag. Oh, he moves away.
Mercanja, 2-0, popped up. And in shallow right center, making the catch is Norman for the second out. So it'll come down to Gulikowski here, I should say.
Now batting number 22, the third baseman, Brady Gulikowski.
And not hit deep enough there to at least advance.
Yeah.
Carew.
Just got under it too much.
A little too much. He's been hitting a lot of fly balls lately, though. Good to see Marconja having some more success at the plate. You're seeing him hit balls a lot harder, too.
Well, Ben Carew is still out at second base. He led off the inning with a double. And now Brady Gulikowski will try to drive him in. First pitch is well low. Gulikowski's had the flair for dramatic. He had a walk-off against Chillicothe this year.
Looking for his second walk-off hit of the season.
1-0. Ground ball. Dan Ward's got it, and he will take it to the bag himself. 3 unassisted, and that will end the 12th. Well, let's play 13. We'll go on here this afternoon with the score still tied 3-3.
The game's tied up at 3 between the West Virginia Miners and Butler Blue Sox.
Everyone's favorite part of the week is Thursday because that means it's Thirsty Thursday. Come out to Kelly Automotive Park each Thursday to support your favorite hometown team, the Butler Blue Sox, and enjoy our special concession prices, including $1 draft beers and 50-cent pops. Tickets start at just $7 and can be purchased online at butlerbluesox.net and or by phone at 724-256-9994. Let's go Blue Sox!
Dan Ward, one of the most feared hitters in the Prospect League, will lead off here in the 13th. Still tied at 3. Blue Sox stranded a leadoff double. The Miners have had 2 base runners as well that they've stranded. Ward takes a called strike.
Yeah, you're right. Real feared. Second best batting average in the Prospect League. .358 coming into tonight's game.
He's just a big dude.
7 home runs, too. A lot of power.
Yeah, fastball, that one off the plate a bit. Hagan and Ramsey will be due up after Ward. Pitch low, 2-1. Here's a 2-1. Check swing, and it's rolled a ball again. I don't know where that missed, but that's ball 4, and the leadoff man is on.
Yeah, strike zone's been a little unusual. I'm not seeing a lot of consistency. It's a little early on, Jaron, but we saw that the one pitch, what was it, the strike 2, I believe it was, to Murphy. That curveball looked like that definitely missed the zone last inning, but it was called a strike, and that one looked pretty good from Gross, but nonetheless a walk to start this 13th inning.
Well, that will bring in Hagan, and we could see the sacrifice here. Yep, that's what we're going to see, and he gets a good one down. Ward's going to move to second. Gross fumbles the ball, and that will allow Hagan to advance.
Saw the way Gross kind of looked back at the ground. It's probably still pretty wet out there. So slipping up there, pretty understandable given the rain we had earlier in this game. I bet that's what he's going to talk to Webb about right now, just explain he just slipped up. It's still got to be soaking wet out there, and when you're running in like that and have to hold up because of how hard that bunt was hit.
Infield will come in to have a quick chat. 2 men on now, nobody out. Sacrifice hit and an error. Puts the table set for Ramsey, who struck out swinging in his first attempt. Just like the Blue Sox had the table set last inning, this is a big spot for the West Virginia Miners to try to get the lead.
It sure is. You get the runner in scoring position right now, like we were talking about. Plus, you got 2 guys on. Not just that runner in scoring position, but remember, the Miners, of course, listeners, Miners, if they score here, they don't win the game, of course. It's only the top half of the inning. So, but taking that lead would be huge.
It'd be interesting to see if they sacrifice again here. He is going to sacrifice again. That's a foul ball. I can't believe that. Why in the world would you be sacrificing with 2 men on?
You got to wonder if they're hoping that this slick turf
after
the rain may be part of it. I kind of wonder if maybe that's what the Blue Sox were thinking now with Murphy. Now that we've seen what has become of it, I wonder if it's that same thought process. It is usually you're not going to see back-to-back sacrifice attempts, especially when the first was successful and the runner reached.
Well, you're just inviting yourself for an intentional walk to your next guy.
That's very true.
Here's the 0-1. That's low. Throw out the second, and Ward is back safely. Webb trying to catch him napping.
Ramsey at the plate enters with a .250 batting average. Only 1 home run on the season. Not looking for him to really drive anyone in, I suppose. 11 RBIs over 61 at-bats.
Here's another sacrifice attempt. He pulls back, takes the called strike now. You'd have to imagine that's going to be off.
You would think, yeah. In the 2-strike scenario, the 1-2 count, you would want to swing away here. It's especially surprising, too, that he was doing this because you're going righty versus lefty here. You know, odds are in your favor of getting a base hit.
There, ball hit the center field, right on the button, but right to Carew, and he has it for the first out.
All important.
Big first out.
All important first out, exactly, Jaron. You had to start somewhere, and thankfully for the Blue Sox, that ball wasn't hit deep enough. Pretty shallow. The runners didn't even give any thought to trying to advance.
Brings up Eddie Gonzalez. I can't imagine that they'll be bunting now with 1 out.
Swing away. Back-to-back lefties here. Swing away if you're West Virginia. You might as well.
Then you got Callaway on deck, who is a right-handed bat. Pitch high. Ball 1 to Gonzalez, who came into this game for Acuna, or I'm sorry, Tatis, and then moved out to right field. Swing and a miss here. 1-1.
Few double switches around. Yeah, originally a right fielder was the leadoff hitter, and then batting seventh was Tatis, the catcher, as you mentioned. So a little bit of a different look.
Gross steps off.
Gulakowski playing pretty even with the bag at third, hoping to get a force out there.
Pitch fouled off by Gonzalez. That makes it now 1-2, and a big pitch coming up for Mark Gross.
Pitch count for Gross right now, so we pitch number 41 that he throws.
1-2, fouled off. Gonzalez goes to the University of the Incarnate Word. another school I've never heard of. Native of Laredo, which I think is a border school, a border
I believe you're
city
right.
with Mexico. 1-2, popped up. This should be the second out. Meeker calling off Maglione. He's got it behind second base, 2 away.
Now batting number 12, shortstop Cody Callaway.
That brings up Cody Callaway from Gannon.
There's a school you've heard of.
Yes, I have. it's in Erie.
Not too far away.
Gross's delivery. Fastball called strike. For Gross, he could probably go 6 innings because
if need
he's
be,
a starter. Or 6, 7 innings, depending on the pitch count. Where do you say he's at right now?
He was at 43, I believe,
43.
after that out.
So he's halfway there.
Got a little ways to go, but yeah, you'd love to have him pitch the bulk of this game, however long that lasts.
Yeah,
whether it ends in a couple minutes or maybe another hour. You'd love to have him out there for as long as possible because game right after this, no off day tomorrow, got another game.
Yeah, 0-2 now. Gross's delivery. Fastball fouled off.
Was trying to test Callaway there. Comes in hitting a 202 on the season. Get that strike 3 and the threat. Didn't start well, but hoping to get 3 straight outs.
Curveball, not going to ring him up. A little bit outside, apparently.
We saw that call to strike a few
We
other
did.
times. Yeah, but that's what we talked about. Maybe that inconsistent strike zone today coming back to hurt Gross.
Well, it's still in his favor here, 1-2. And the pitch. Fastball popped up. Maglione is going to be called off by Ferguson, who has it for the 3rd out. 2 men on, nobody out, and the Blue Sox, Mark Gross gets out of it with a 3 pop-ups. And we'll go now to the bottom of the 13th with the Blue Sox and Miners still deadlocked at 3. I gotta get my Gatorade. Ready to go here in the bottom of the 13th. Butler and West Virginia is still tied at 3. Of course, this is as important as it gets this late in the season. Butler comes in 25-19. West Virginia 23-19. So they are a full game behind us just because they played 2 less with that doubleheader coming up with Champion City. Meeker takes a pitch that is well low.
Yeah, Miners in 3rd right now. Blue Sox in 1st in the East Division. A lot could change, though, based on today and tomorrow's results.
Called strike, and it is now 1-1. Blue Sox are in the clear of doubleheaders after today. Well, of course, weather could be a problem.
Don't underestimate Mother Nature.
No, she's been tough this summer. Pitch outside, 2-1 to James Meeker. 2-1, line drive, base hit out into the left center. Meeker thinking about 2. He's gonna halt and turn around, and Meeker is gonna be safe at first base with a leadoff single.
Took a long look at that one, big wide turn, but in the end decided to hold up at first. Probably the right call because, out in left field, Johnson did a great job of getting to that ball in time. But nonetheless, leadoff single winning run is aboard.
And Patrick Ferguson at the plate. He has an opportunity to walk it off here. Leadoff single. Meeker gets a bit of a lead. Ferguson takes well outside. Of course, Patrick comes in leading the league in home runs with 14.
Last home run was 2 days ago. Didn't play last night. Looking to get number 15 and end the ball game right here.
Here's the 1-0. Ferguson checks his swing, takes a called strike.
If you're Dumpster in this case, this is tough. It's obviously early on in your outing still, but you've got to be real careful with Ferguson here. Almost surprised he didn't choose to just walk him.
1-1, I beg your pardon, is swinging strike. One thing that's really tough for Dumpster is every inning is the max pressure because if you give up a run, the game's over.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. So you obviously don't want to give too many guys too many free bases, but at the same time, you got to choose some of your battles too.
Here's the pitch to Ferguson. It's high and away, and that will make it now 2-2.
There's warming out in the West Virginia bullpen in case Dumpster gets into some trouble. A little hard to see the number with these camouflage uniforms.
Yeah, good luck. Pitch low, good block by DeLeo. Keeps Meeker at first. But now it's a 3-2 count. You got to give him something to hit, or you're going to have two men on, nobody out, with Switolski coming to the plate. 3-2, well high and away, ball four, two bet on, nobody out.
Nothing to hit there on those last few pitches. Even with the two-strike count, Dumpster really thinking, if I'm going to get strike three in there, I've either got to be able to blow it past him or get him flailing away. He tried to get Ferguson to chase it a few pitches, but Ferguson would not go. Good patience there. Now winning run in scoring position.
We'll see if they sacrifice with Switolski here. Yep, he's going to put the bunt down. Ooh, up near his head. And he gets out of the way, thankfully.
Switolski, a big guy up there, but we mentioned no hits on the season.
He's showing bunt right away, and it's high again, 2-0. Now, do you take that off? Time called. Here comes Tim Epling out to talk to Doomser and gather the entire infield. Do you take the bunt off now at 2-0?
I would say you've got to at least wait for strike one. I say you take it. Strike one, you see what you can do from there. I don't think you should bunt. I never think guys should bunt, though, so that's just me. But I would say you take this next pitch, strike one, swing away at the next one. You've got to wait for him to throw you strikes first away. Dumpster's struggling with control right now.
I agree. I keep showing the bunt, though. I don't I take a pitch, but here's...
That's what I'm thinking for this this next one at least.
Here's the thing. You do not want to ground into a double play here.
Not at all.
So, and Ferguson is at first, and he's not super fast. Switolski's not super fast. So, yep, he's going to show bunt again here. No, he's going to pull back and take a called strike. Ooh, that was close. But he does get the call, 2-1.
I think that's the right call there. Show bunt, see if maybe if that will rattle Dumpster at all. It didn't, but he's going to show bunt again now.
Yeah, he's going to get it down, and it's a good one. Racing in is Hagan. Throw to first. Got him. It looked like it came close to pulling Ramsey off the bag, but he was able to hold it just in time, and Switolski puts two men in scoring position here with just one out on a good sacrifice bunt.
Yeah, a great bunt, but boy, Hagan with a strong throw over to first on a fantastic bunt put down by Switolski. But, that throw gets away or, Ramsey can't hold on to it at first. We've got bases loaded, no outs.
Sacrifice hit 5-4. Now they're going to intentionally walk Webb, which I figured was coming because
you want to face the right-handed hitter, Maglione.
You got a ready situation. In fact, you have an open base, so you might as well take it.
No, exactly. Yeah, if you can, you should, so the play can be at any base to get any outs. Maybe get a double play no matter where the ball's hit. So situational baseball right here.
It's got one more to complete. Now in the MLB, they just send them away.
They do. And it helps pitch counts a lot, but not like you're fatiguing yourself by tossing these little softball throws in there,
So an intentional walk loads the bases for Damian Maglione. Nowhere to put him. So now the good thing about giving up the open base is you're not going to let that guy beat you. But the next thing is you got to throw strikes to this guy, or because there's nowhere to put him.
Yeah, that's an excellent point as well. But it's a tough situation all around. Maglione, 143 average with the bases loaded, by the way.
Maglione, line drive to left. It's holding up, making the catch out there is Johnson. Here comes the plate. There's not going to be one. He's safe, and it's over. Meeker scores. Blue Sox win 4-3.
Ball carried just enough, Jaron. Just enough. It just kept pushing back a little bit. It forced Johnson to have to range back, and he was getting ready to throw, but the ball moved back a little bit. That last second, he had to make the catch over his head, and wasn't enough.
That's a huge win, mainly because, like I said at the top, we had the advantage, and we took advantage of it. It took a while, and we get the win. We move on to Game 2 of this kind of doubleheader, but get another win here at home. That makes now 9 in a row at home.
Wow.
Yeah. And we'll try for 10 here in a little bit. But Damian Maglione gets the sac fly, and James Meeker comes home to score.
Blue Sox hang on to first place. That's, I think, the biggest thing from this one. 26-19 now. West Virginia 23-20 now.
They're guaranteed, no matter what happens in the second game, to be ahead of West Virginia at the end of the day. And that's the real important thing. We'd like to take 2, of course, but...
So, yeah, win goes to Gross in this case, and then the loss to Doomser. But, yeah, heck of a thing here. It looks like we're going to see a first pitch about half an hour from now, Jaron.
Yeah, Game 2, 7:45. You know what that means. We got to go because we got to go get stuff done.
Yeah.
But you're right. Gross gets the win. He comes in relief 20-some days, 23 days late, 32 days, I'm sorry, 32 days later.
One of those.
Gets the win.
2-3 on the season now.
Yeah, and now Alex Stobert will start the next one here in about 30 minutes. 7:45, first pitch. We'll be back for that. Thanks, Joel. You did a great job. We'll do it again here in a half hour. Matt, same thing. All right, we'll sign off here for now, get the lineups and get everything ready to go, and then we'll sit down and do it again.
Yep.
Final score, 4-3 Butler in the 13 innings. Thanks for listening. We'll do it again here very shortly.
Yeah, help.